Hey everyone, I'm back. Alright, so we left off, welcome to episode 5 of our Vanilla WoW tutorial. I left off with, we did professions, we did major cities, we did zeppelins, we did a lot of stuff. Next I'm going to go over some more questing, talking about professions a little bit more, how professions are done, how we do our gathering professions. I also want to look at one thing I didn't mention in our last video is that we made these bandages. We've got first aid. We can put these bandages on our action bar, guys. So we don't have to open our inventory every time and click them. We don't have any potions. We can also put you can pretty much put anything you want on the action bar, guys. Okay. You can't put quest items, but you can put potions once we get potions and all that stuff. So I want to see if I can get we need flint and tinder. And we need simple wood. I want to get 5 for now. Okay, so now we have enough to make 5 campfires. Just so we have that stuff, guys, it's really good to have. And now we can cook whenever we want. Okay, flint and tinder you only have to buy it once. It doesn't get consumed. But every time you have to buy flint, simple wood, to make a fire. Okay. All right. So we have a lot of quests to do. Let's knock these out. So one more thing I'm going to cover real quick that we didn't cover are small changes to the character sheet in Vanilla, and one of those is going to be just this stuff over here. Real quick, I want to cover. So strength increases attack power with melee weapons, and it also increases the amount of damage that can be blocked with a shield. I'm pretty sure that was the same in Burning Crusade. Agility. Now remember, these are class specific, guys. Agility increases attack power with ranged weapons. Warriors can hold ranged weapons. They're not really used to do damage, they're used to do long distance pulls, but if I have agility, it'll increase the damage of my bow or gun. Improves the chance to score a critical hit with any weapon, okay? Whether it be a melee weapon or a ranged weapon. Very important to also think about. And also increases armor and chance to dodge. Very good for tanking, okay? Very good tanking thing. Stamina increases health points. Good all-around stat. Also important for tanking. You want to have a lot of stamina. Intellect increases the rate at which weapon skills improve, okay? There is no reason for me to wear anything with intellect on it, but if I do have any intellect on the side, it can be beneficial for me to... Because remember, we have to increase our weapon skills whenever we learn how to use a different kind of weapon, okay? Spirit increases health and mana regeneration, same with Burning Crusade, and armor decreases incoming damage. So at my current armor level of 243, I reduced 21.1% of physical damage, okay, not magic damage, so hitting me with a sword or a weapon of a monster that is also my level, okay? Something I didn't really talk about is that non-playable characters also have armor ratings. When we fought those Scarlet Crusaders for those Scarlet Armbands back at the starting zone, if you notice, there were magic using Scarlet Crusaders, and they were like warrior type. So even those guys, you have to realize that different NPCs have different armor classes. Warrior type NPCs that have like heavy armor, swords, and shields are going to take less damage per physical hit, okay, than a magic dealer is. So we have a lot of quests, so I'm just going to start doing them. So this one is the Darkhound Blood. So I'm going to start just killing things as I move throughout the game. Okay. Right, do we get anything? No. Okay. Look what happens when my mouse cursor goes over this guy. Okay, this icon means I can skin him. If I shift right click, I will attempt to skin. And I did. I got ruined leather scraps, and my skinning has increased to 2. The higher my skinning is, the more chance that I'll get actual leather. This scrap is useless. I can sell it to a vendor, but I can't sell it in the auction house until I get actual light leather. Okay? There are other types of leather but that's the only leather I can get at the moment. Okay, so just something to think about. I just want to try something real quick, guys. You should see the line that's downstairs in the inn for the turn in that damn pumpkin quest. Apparently that guy before beat me to it. Yeah, there was a quest here. I knew there was. Let me make sure I get this. Okay, another quest. Yeah, you get loaded up with quests in the starting zone. See, I can only watch 5 quests at a time, so I can't even track that quest. Oh well, we'll just work on what we can track. I could have sworn there was a quest to get Duskbat pelts. I wonder where that is. See if it's upstairs. Oh, I'm not high enough level for it yet. Okay, never mind. That's all it is. Okay, I'll have to come back there later. Let's see if let's see. Interesting. Let's see if this this line died down. Nope, still a line. Okay, I'll come back later. I'm not sitting around, especially putting you guys through that. See how much more populated the server is compared to the Burning Crusade server? Ridiculous, right? I don't know why these guys are walking around naked. Pretty crazy. Okay. So I'm going to work on these Dark Hound Blood quests while I'm running to do this Putrid Claw quest. So yeah, so what I want to do is I have my fine minerals on. So I'm going to be looking for mineral nodes. They aren't as... Okay, another important thing. If another character kills something and loots it and leaves the corpse that they don't have skinning, I can actually skin it, even if I'm not in a party with them. Okay, guys? So if you see a dead corpse on the ground and you have skinning, you're more than welcome to and able to actually skin that corpse, as long as it's skinnable. Okay, you can't skin humans, you can't skin humanoids, you can only skin beasts. Okay, just something to remember. So someone else is on this quest as well. The Putrid Claw guys are actually in this field. They drop the Putrid Claws. There's one. Charge in. First thing I want to do is put up my battle shout. Put my bleed on. If you notice, I don't have my dagger. I really missed that dagger I had on the Burning Crusade server, but that's okay. I picked up a cloak. Only has 3 armor, which is less than what I have, so we're not going to wear that. Alright, let's move on to this guy. So now things get a little more exciting. I'm out in the real world. I can level up. Once I get to level 10, I can actually start putting talent points in, which is also always fun. So I briefly talked about PvP flagging. I can't actually right-click. So that must be something they added in Burning Crusade. So when, like I said before, whenever the name of the area you're in is in green, it means that that area is friendly. It means it's controlled by your faction. Whenever an area is yellow, that means it's contested between Horde and Alliance, and that you're always flagged for PvP. This is a PvP server. This Chronos does not offer a PvE server. There are servers that came when Blizzard launched the game originally that were PvE only, meaning that you could not hurt the opposing faction. This game, unless you duel, you can actually duel the opposing faction, which is kind of weird. Well, it's not stupid, but it's just not the same. So in this PvP system, once I get to contested territory, I can attack the opposing faction without any questions asked. They can also attack me. When I move into a zone that's green, I remain flagged for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, the flag is removed. I'm going to run because I'm going to get killed by these two guys. So it's very important. If the zone you're in is in red, you may start thinking about hightailing it out of there, because then you're now in a zone that's controlled by the opposing faction, which means it's crawling with the enemy. Okay? It's just something to think about. Also, there are towns, just like Brill, that are run by the opposing faction. Those towns' guards can attack you. And the guards are always high level. Like level 60 high level, okay? Or 30, or just usually pretty high. Which means, I just thanked this guy because he gave me a buff, which is really, really nice of him. He's a priest, and that increases my stamina by 3, which is great, because that gives me more hit points. That lasts for 30 minutes. I wish I had a buff to give him, but I do not. Battle Shout is only... You're only able to give Battle Shout if you're in a party with someone, okay? But priests can give their stamina buff to anyone. I just like killing chickens. Oh, there's one over here. See what happened there, guys? That's exactly that tagging thing I was talking about last episode. I ran in and missed my first attack, but he got his attack on him, and he actually pulled that guy off me and tagged him. So there's no point in me trying to kill him. If I survive this, I'll be surprised. I'm gonna give it a shot. Oh, good. That was nice of him. Thank you, sir. I lost the kill, but he probably saved my life. So one downside about Chronos, and this is hardly a downside, is that it's populated. So your questing is going to be slowed down a little bit than if you were on that Burning Crusade server where there was no one playing. The plus side is you have great guilds, you have raid opportunities, you have dungeons, you never have to worry about not finding a group for dungeons. Speaking of, I want to see if I can get into a guild. So I'm just spamming in that level 5. Oh, world is 6. That's weird. Sometimes when you log in, guys, like, I don't know why this is, but the channels change. So what I'm typing here is looking for leveling guild aspirations to tank, meaning that, you know, a guild may want to grab a tank, because tanks are hard to come across. So if you hit Control A, that actually selects that again. If you hit Control C, it copies it. So I no longer have to type that out again, which I'll hit Control V to paste it. If no one responds, and if I want to keep saying that or keep spamming it. Chronos has a pretty strict spamming penalty, so if you talk a lot in a high rate, it'll actually shut you down from talking for like a minute or two. So just be careful. Don't be spamming a lot in channels, because it'll kick you out. So I'm actually going to spam it and let in channel 1. Channel 1 is the general chat for Tirisfal Glade. So I pressed, that was really fast, but I pressed /1 space, and that puts me in that chat. Okay. And I can also just press /. I got this guy. That's good. I can also press /6 space, and that'll get me into that world chat. I was just spamming it. So no one's answering me. That's kind of sad. I really want to join a guild. I want to show you guys what being in a guild's like. Please, someone invite me to your guild. Anyway, just want to keep running around, find stuff to kill. Some of that field's pretty saturated, so I'll actually hit it on my way back. And while I'm out here, I'll try to get some of this, more of this dark hound blood. Okay, here's a skinning corpse. Nice, somebody left it there. Skin that. It's always nice. I'll be getting scraps for a while. Oh well, no big deal. I did not want to aggro this guy, so I'll just keep running. Again, I'm running through a field, not on the road, so I'm kind of asking for it. But I forgot these vampiric dust bats were here, and they're kind of high level. Here's another skinning corpse. When he resets, I'll skin. There we go. Another one over here. Failed attempt. That happens at low level. And again. And again. There we go. The more level ups I get, the less chance of me getting a failed attempt. So as you can see, skinning's pretty easy to level. Mining, on the other hand, guys, is not. Mining nodes are not a dime a dozen. They seem to be near rocky outcroppings or near mountain ranges. So you want to look for mining nodes either in places with elevated elevations. That's where they are usually. So just in case you guys know where I'm going towards this quest here, the War of the Scarlet Crusade, where I have to kill 10 Scarlet Warriors, and I'm heading to do that quest now. I know these quests like the back of my hand. I've done them probably 100 times each. That's a little bit of exaggeration, but not much. I know where they are, basically. If you don't know where a quest is, always read your quest log, okay? And then in these descriptions usually tell you where to go. If it does not, there's a lot of online databases, even for vanilla WoW. So if you go on Google and just look on, type the name of the quest, it'll come up on something. And I guarantee you that someone's going to be talking about where what is and where this is, and there's a lot of stuff. Oh, here's one of these guys I need to kill. For the Darkhound blood. Something I want to talk about is drop rate. So quest items like this Darkhound blood is not guaranteed to drop. Okay? For some quests it is a guarantee. Every single kill you make drops the quest item. If it's like around 5, it's a pretty good chance it's a really bad drop rate. You have to kill a lot of these guys to get it. I just got my first one. Okay? So that's good. I need 4 more to go. I'll probably need to kill another 20 of them, though, to get it. Trust me. It always seems that way. If you see that it's like 12, where you need, it's usually that means it drops after every kill. That isn't 100% true. It just seems that way. Okay, got 2. Nice. Still getting scraps, which is fine. Well, I've gotten 5 more linen cloth, so I'm actually going to make 5 more bandages. Level up my first aid. Oh, another corpse to skin. People are just leaving corpses here. Failed attempts. Okay. Again, the more points I get, the less likely I am to miss or to get a failed attempt for my skinning. I'm actually just kind of surprised so many people are out right now because it's kind of late for America, which means it's like in the middle of the morning for Europe. So I'm kind of surprised everyone's out right now. Again, this quest is just kill X amount of whatever, so. Okay, nice crit there. I'm gonna cannibalize this corpse, get my health back up quickly. Cannibalize is great. Alright, looks like people are farming these guys too. Farming means simply killing them. Come on. I missed 3 rends in a row. There we go. Okay. This is a plan, meaning that it can be read by leather workers. It says require leather work 100. It can be read by them. After the scroll is read, now that leather worker can make that item as many times as they want. They have it in their brain, basically. They've learned how to make it. So I will try to sell that on the auction house. It's a really good piece of gear for a feral druid or even a rogue. So I know someone will probably want it. So that'll we'll be able to talk about auctioning in a little bit. Looks like, so which is great. So, a lot of humanoid monsters, after getting to a certain level of health, will try to run from you. This is bad for multiple reasons. Some of them run at high speed, while others run at low speed. When they're running, they can aggro other monsters. Murlocs, which we'll get into, are a little, like, they always are around beaches and water. They're kind of tiny, they're very annoying. They're notorious for chain aggroing when they run away. It's very important to try to focus and kill them as they're walking away like this, because you don't want them to get around and aggroing another set of other people, because then you're going to do a point where you're starting to fight like 10 guys and you're going to die. So warriors later on have an ability called hamstring, which actually slows movement speed of an enemy. That becomes valuable in these situations of mobs that are running away from you. I use the word mob a lot too. I want to clarify what a mob is. A mob, I think it's supposed to mean a mob of multiple enemies, but I think you can use it for single enemies too. I hear it for both. Thing level 7, sweet. Little dance action. Alright, level 7. So I use the word mob for both single and multi targets. So if I'm using them incorrectly, excuse me. But I've always called them that, and I probably will keep. Oh, here's another one. Sorry, guys, I'm a little tired. This will probably be the last recording I do for the night. Okay. 8 out of 10, 2 more. Here's one. How the hell did that happen? Okay, I'm not sure how that happened. She ran away, then somehow teleported to the bottom. But her corpse is nowhere to be found. Okay, no big deal. As long as I killed her, I don't really care. Alright, one more. There's one right here. Hey there, sexy. Does she have a nose ring? Pretty sure she does. Anyway, okay. That's into that. Fall damage, guys. In Warcraft, it's an unrealistic height you can fall from and not die. But there is a point where you'll... Falling is always a percentage of your health. So it doesn't matter if you're level 1 or level 60, you always lose a percentage of your health when you fall. But there is a point, there is a height where you die, where it takes 100% of your health. There are ways around that. If you're a paladin, you can bubble, which is an ability they have that you can mitigate all damage. And mages have a slow fall, which lets them fall slowly, like float down. And rogues, I believe, take less fall damage in other classes. But don't jump off something if you think you're going to die. You can kind of start experimenting on where that point is. I knew back then that I wouldn't die from that fall. But there is a point where you will die. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to work my way back to Brill. As I'm working my way back, I'm going to be looking for Dark Hounds and head back to that farm to kill those Peacher Claws. No dogs, eh? No doggies. Scored up. Ooh, is that a skin? Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Jeez. Where are all my dogs? Where are my dogs at? Here's one. And it's skinning there. So, if someone unfortunately kills an animal and doesn't loot it, you can't skin it. It has to be looted first. I don't know why you wouldn't loot something. I highly recommend looting everything, guys. Even if you're high level. Because you can sell that stuff to an auction house. I mean, you can sell to a vendor. And there's always a chance they'll drop something that can be sold in the auction house. Even if it's a low-level green, some players have alts and then will spend good money to gear their alts up. So, always, always, always loot. Always. Even if you don't have the inventory space, check and see what's on the body because it may be useful. And you can always throw something out of your inventory by dragging onto the game field and releasing, and then making space for something else. Okay? So, always loot. It's always worth it. Alright, here we go, zombies. Sweet. Get these guys killed. I'm repositioning because I want to see what's happening. I also want to move away because I don't want to chain aggro guys. Remember chain aggroing? I don't want to do that. I want to kill them one at a time. Okay. This guy aggroed. Not dropping, huh? Very low drop rate for these Peacher Claws. See this Peace Bloom right here? If I was an herbalist, I can track these, and then I can loot them. So this is for herbalism. That's a flower that you can pick. Just like I have tracked minerals or find minerals, herbalists have find herbs. So you can actually find plants. And they'll show up on your mini-map as little gold circles. Hold 2. Oh no, he got through there. Okay, that's fine. I should be able to survive this because I'm getting this guy down pretty quickly. Okay. He took that up from me. Oh well. Try to get here before that mage does. And I did. Okay, 2 more to go. 2 more claws, I mean, not 2 more kills. It could be 2 more kills, but there's always a chance, you know, the claw's a chance to drop. It's not guaranteed. Like as I was talking to you about before, about the Darkhound blood. This priest is getting killed, so I want to actually help him out. He should be healing himself. There he goes. Okay. See, that's, you know, he thanked me. So, you know, it's a very professional, from what I've seen so far. Everyone kind of helps each other out in this server. I cannot say that for retail anymore. Retail has become, no one talks to anybody anymore. Everyone's too busy to say anything, to say hi. It's been really kind of a polluted atmosphere in the last couple of years, ever since the end of Pandaria and Cataclysm. I mean, it was. I mean, even in those to a lesser extent were worse than Wrath of the Lich King. But nobody wants to really. No, nobody talks to each other anymore. Nobody really hangs out. So it's just nobody doing low-level questing. So everyone's instance grinding, and you know, you spend minutes in a level as opposed to hours as you do in vanilla. So. Come on, zombies. Spawn. So basically, the way spawning works is the dead corpse will sit here for a while, then the corpse will disappear, and then it will respawn. So those are the 2 steps. Killing it, clearing the corpse. The computer will clear the corpse after X amount of time, and then the unit will then be spawned or respawned after X amount of time elapses after the disappearance. So, if I was to run into the field and I saw nothing, I would know that respawning would occur soon, because that's the next step. Jeez. this quest over with. Okay, one more. Bracers, 12 armor. Oh, what I have is better. Okay, come on, buddy. Come on, there we go. Done. Okay. I'll start working, make my way back towards Brill and see if I can find some dogs on the way. Everybody's looking for these dogs. Yep, see? There's one over here. Don't kill him, buddy. I need that guy. Don't kill him. You're level 10. Ugh. Oh well. See, he didn't loot him. He just killed him and didn't loot him, so I can't skin him. So that's a waste. Maybe this guy does need to kill him. Nice crit. At least I'm getting skinning practice. So a lot of the quests in this game are going to be a little grindy. Nothing you can really do about that, just the way it is. It's kind of the name of the game. I'm going to try to get this done within the next 5 or so minutes. If I don't, I'm going to go over how to do auctions and then come back out. And then probably end the video after that. But so the reason why I'm skidding so much is because I want to get to the point where I'm proficient enough to start getting actual leather. And that's the stuff I want to be selling. So I don't want to miss any of these corpses. Then we've gotten some more bandages. As you can see, my first aid continues to go up, and that's good. So right now I'm an apprentice. And there's multiple levels to every profession in this game, guys. So from 0 to 75 is apprentice. From 75 to 150 is... Ooh. The next level up. I can't remember what it's called. And then I think from 150 to 225 is journeyman. And then 225 to 300 is master. So the highest level you can get in a profession in this game is 300. And every, I'd say, whenever you see that whatever you're crafting starts to turn yellow and green, you know you can train something new. So, what I mean by that is, pretty soon this linen bandage will start to become yellow. Once it does, I should go check my profession trainer, because he may have a new type of bandage I can learn how to make. So as you level up, I can't level up all the way up to 300 first aid by just making linen bandages. I need to go to the next level. And that's the same for every single profession in the game, guys. There will be new spells and new things to learn how to make. Okay? That's very important to realize, is that it doesn't end with, the first thing. Pretty soon I'll have this whole thing be full of different bandages. Same thing with my smelting. I'll be able to smelt all different kinds of minerals. So that's something to just keep in mind. Dang, some more to go. Seems like all the dark hounds are hiding over here. One more. Nice. If you need a laugh, always check over here in World Chat. It's it can get really funny after a while. So I want to briefly talk about mounts. I talked about this in a previous video, but basically at level 40, you're able to buy not only the mount itself, but the training to ride it. So for undead, the mounts are actually found in Brill. They're undead horses. Each race has its place to buy its mount. I can't ride the orc mount unless I become exalted with orcs or with Orgrimmar. I can always buy the undead mount no matter what my reputation level is. So reputation, just like professions, has levels. Okay, you're neutral with the faction, and meaning you're not really hated or liked by them. You're just neutral with them at first. As you start doing quests and doing things for that faction, or killing specific enemies that faction does not like, you gain reputation points with that faction. The first level you get is friendly, and then it goes to honored, and then revered, and then finally, once you max out revered, you're considered exalted with them. Okay? So exalted reputation with any faction or any group of people usually comes with some kind of perk. Either you can buy a certain thing from their quartermaster, or you can get a title, maybe. Titles are things that are appended onto your name, so instead of Meldoron the Loved, or Meldoron the Great, those are titles. So once I hit level 40, it doesn't matter what level of reputation I am with the undead, I can buy my level 40 mount. The mount itself increases run speed by 60%, and it's a spell, and you click it, and you are on a horse, and you can run around. Okay, it costs about 100 gold when you add the cost of the training plus the cost of the mount. At level 60, you can get 100%, so double your movement speed mount. That is called the epic mount, or the purple mount. It's not colored purple, it's just, that's what type of item it is. It's called an epic item. And that will cost about 1,000 gold once it's all said and done. About 100 gold for the mount and 900 for the training. So these things are not cheap at all. And so I'm checking what I'm selling here, guys. I don't want to sell a quest item. You can't sell a quest item. I want to keep my bandages for a while, but I want to sell things I do not need. I do not need this. I got my first piece of light leather. I didn't even notice that. I want to sell that on the auction house eventually, not right now. I don't need that. I don't need water. I don't need that. I don't need that. That's a quest item. I don't need that. I will make wolf meat. That's a quest item. I don't need that. I don't need that. And I will sell that on the auction house. Okay. So I'm gonna make a campfire real quick with my simple wood and flint and tinder. Now I will make my charred wolf meat to increase my cooking. And again, it restores the same amount of health as my mushrooms do, and I have a bunch of those, so I'm going to sell these when I'm done with them. And real quick, I want to see how much this costs by itself. I make 4 copper for selling stringy wolf meat. I make 5 copper a piece for selling my... So I'm actually making a copper each time I do this, guys. I mean, it's not a lot of gold, but it'll pay back for my flint and tinder over time. There's 40 copper I just made, okay. Alright, let's turn in the quest that I have. I have this one. Turn in. Get 2 silver, nice. He gives me another quest. I have a quest over here to turn in. I got a potion. My first potion I get with that. Regenerate 2 health every 5 seconds for 1 hour. That's actually kind of nice. So it's actually a buff. It's not really a potion, but it's a buff. Okay, he gave me a quest as well. And I think I have a turn in here, yeah. Guys, you have to remember who gave your quests and remember where they were. I know where they are because I've done this so many times, but you know, your mini-map doesn't tell you where the people are. You have to know where they are, okay? I mean, it does, but you have to get close enough. See, he's a yellow circle here. But if I was far away, I didn't know where he was, I wouldn't even see this. Okay, he has a quest as well. And I'll grab that too. Okay? So we turn in all our quests. So now we're going to go over auctioning real quick, and then we'll log off. That I want to auction. I'm not going to auction 1 light leather. I'm going to wait till I have more guys, but I will actually put this up for auction. So there's 2 steps to auctioning. Searching for the item to see if anyone else has it in the auction house, and then posting that item. The most important thing is you want to undercut other people. If someone else also put up this dark leather tunic pattern, and then say they put it up in the auction house for 10 silver, let's say, okay? I want to sell it for 9 silver, 99 copper, because it will be the first one that shows up when people search for it, or when people look at it. Because it's the cheapest, okay? You always want to undercut your rivals that are selling the same item. Next, you want to, put that up there and hit create auction. It costs money to put up an auction, okay? So you want to make sure you're not spending too much money putting your auction up unless you know you're going to sell it. Some items just don't sell. My suggestion is if it doesn't sell twice, just sell it to a vendor. Apparently it's not that good. Either that or people are just undercutting the hell out of you. So you have to pay attention to, what's going on. Auctions will make you a ton of money if you know how to work the auction house. You should sell pretty much everything you can sell. Okay, guys? Anything that's, I wouldn't sell crap gray items you get from killing monsters. No one's going to buy that. It has no use for anyone. But I would sell trade items and things that are consumables, cloth. If I wasn't using my linen cloth to make bandages, I would sell them in the auction house because they would sell. And I may start doing that once I level my first aid up far enough to where I don't need the cloth anymore. I will start selling them in the auction house because people will buy them. And my elevators, oh, there it is. People will buy them, guys. Okay. Alright, so remember, auctions will be in any one of these holes. So I'll go to the easiest one, which is right here. And okay, you right-click on the auctioneer, and it brings up the auction window. Okay, the first thing you want to do is look up what you're selling. So you type in pattern, just like it's spelled. It can't be misspelled. Okay, pattern, dark leather tunic. Okay, I'm actually going to search just for that because apparently there's a bunch. Okay, there are 3 up on the auction house. Okay, the cheapest one is going for 5 silver. So guess what I want to sell it for, guys? You drag it in here. The deposit 68 copper. Okay, so I want to sell it for 4 silver, 99 copper. Okay, this is the starting price. You have the option of putting a bid up for it, like an actual real auction, where you put it at a certain price and people will bid on it and bid on it and bid on it until the extent of the duration of the auction. You have either do a 2-hour auction, 8-hour auction, or 24-hour auction, and then it will sell to the highest bidder. I usually don't mess with that, guys, unless it's some really weird, wacky item that everyone wants, and I want to see how much I can actually get for it. This is not one of those cases. Rarely it ever is that case. I usually put up for the longest time possible, but to see the deposit actually goes up, and I am actually not making that much money. So I'm going to put it up for an 8-hour auction, guys. If it doesn't sell the first time, I'm going to sell to a vendor because I will start to lose money. However, if I do sell it, I'll make a pretty good penny. So I'm going to create that auction. Now it's up here. Bids would be if people are actually bidding on it, it will show up here. These are my current auctions. When and if the thing does sell, it will come up in your chat. It'll say a buyer has been found for your dark leather tunic. Okay, that's what'll come out in the chat. Real quick, I want to go over how to browse. Say I want to look for a one-handed sword. I open weapons, one-handed swords, and I hit search. This is every single one-handed sword on the auction house. It is sorted by level right now, default. So I could buy this stuff, right? I don't have enough silver, but I could. And all these things are different types of weapons. Remember, green is uncommon, that has a magical enchantment. Blue is higher than uncommon. It's actually considered, it's called rare. This is a rare. So they have even better stats, which is actually a really nice sword. And if you control click, you can actually see what that weapon's going to look like on your character. Okay. So yeah, just a bunch of cool stuff you can get. Shadow Fang as a sword. It's selling for 139 gold. You know, I wouldn't buy it for that much, but you know, if you keep going, this is actually everything that's on the auction house for one-handed swords. Let's see if I can find an epic. Kill name. That's pretty cool. You can set the rarity. Oh, poor. That's what gray is. Poor. I can never remember. So epic is the highest. Actually, legendary is the highest quality, but you will not find a legendary in the auction house. Doesn't seem like there's actually much up here. Fist weapons. So you can spend all day in this damn auction house, guys. You really could. So bows, guns. Yeah. You could literally spend all day. So there's so many guns, there's actually multiple pages of guns. So you can just keep going. So, yeah. Again, there's a bid price and a buyout price for everything. I usually make my bid and my buyout price match because no one's going to bid on this stuff. But people might. So you armor, you go shields, I mean anything. You can spend all day here. Okay. So that's how the auction house works. If I were to buy something in the auction house, the seller will be notified, and within an hour, will receive his payment. Okay. The auction house does get a cut. Again, that's the deposit. Where that gold goes, I have no clue, but it goes somewhere. So that's the auction house. You know, when I start selling multiple things, it'll get a lot more interesting, and I'll show you how that works. I really hope that pattern sells. I can really use that silver. If it doesn't, oh well. So I'm actually going to hurf back to the inn because I'm lazy and don't feel like running all the way back. Remember, I am going to log out in the inn, and when next time I sign on, you'll actually see that I'll have rest and experience, and I'll be able to get double experience points for a little bit. So that'll be awesome. Oh, this quest is available. I wonder if my upstairs quest is available yet. It is. Great. So I'll also grab this quest too. Okay. So we have our quests, and I'm going to log out, and I'll probably log on maybe tomorrow or the next day, and I'll go over party systems. That'll be the next thing I really want to go over is party systems and how parties work with a good friend of mine, and that'll be fun. Alright, this is Melderon, guys. Thanks again. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next installment of Vanilla WoW tutorial. And Melderon, of course, wants to say goodbye. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.